Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to the RC Retro channel. So for this episode, I'm going to start off by making two statements. First, I didn't wear this blue shirt because I'm doing a video on the Tamiya Sand Scorcher. This was coincidental. Came home, this was waiting for me, and I couldn't wait to open it up and share it with all of you. But secondly, and more importantly, the statement I'm about to make is a pretty bold one, and that's my obsession with the Tamiya Sand Scorcher is a complicated one. And I am going to explain that in a little bit more detail throughout the video. But I'm actually a huge fan of the Tamiya Sand Scorcher. I always wanted to add one to my collection, and it's perhaps one of the most iconic, if not the most iconic, Tamiya RC. That is a pretty bold statement right there. It could be debated. I love the two-tone paint scheme with the French blue and the racing white, or pure white, depending what your preference is. I'm obviously a fan of the box art and just love the overall appearance of this desert racer. Plus, what is underneath this iconic Volkswagen Beetle body was pretty impressive for its time, that being 1979 when this was released. It's based on the SRB chassis and it is virtually all metal. That's pretty impressive. Now, Tamiya re-released the Sand Scorcher back in 2010, and surprisingly, they're still available to purchase, so you can still get your hands on one of these. So I guess you're asking yourself, why hasn't he gotten a Sand Scorcher on the RC Retro channel sooner then? That's a very good question, and the answer is, you ready for this? And I'm being totally honest, I'm scared. That's right, I am scared, because the paint job for the Sand Scorcher is perhaps one of the hardest to accomplish. I've seen some pretty brave YouTubers and people online attempt to do the box art paint scheme on here, and they always put a disclaimer out there like, I tried really hard, I think it came out great, there's a couple bleeds here and there, and you know what, for me, looking at their pictures or their videos, I have to agree, it looks pretty good. I just feel like I would just be way too hard on myself trying to paint up a Sand Scorcher. I would drive myself crazy. I don't think it would come out as good as some of these brave YouTubers or people online on all the Facebook groups sharing it. I don't know. Maybe I don't give myself enough credit, but I just didn't want to attempt to do the paint scheme on here, mess up, and then put it on my YouTube channel and then pretend to all of you how wonderful it came out and how happy I am when I really wasn't. So I hope you appreciate my honesty there. I was just putting off getting a Sand Scorcher for that exact reason. So then one day, about a year ago, I came across an XB expert built Sand Scorcher on eBay. And the price was a mere $1,400. Now I was shocked, not at the price, but at the fact that it was actually an XB expert built Sand Scorcher that came factory painted. I had no idea that these even existed. And so I went down the rabbit hole of trying to find an XB Tamiya Sand Scorcher, only to find out that many people believe this might be the rarest of all the Tamiya XB models that are out there. And so almost a year ago to the day, I threw up a post on Facebook in one of the groups asking if anyone has one of these mythological Tamiya XB Sand Scorchers. And people left and right were saying, good luck, hard to find, try reaching out to this person, try reaching out to that person. And so to no avail, couldn't get my hands on one. And I just continuously checked on eBay. Now the one for $1,400 disappeared off of eBay. I don't think anybody purchased it. Can't be certain for sure, but it wasn't there anymore. And I periodically checked all different websites, eBay, Buy, Mercari, to see if somebody would possibly be posting one of these at a reasonable price. And this went on for almost a year. And then I kind of lost hope because typically things kind of pop up within a couple weeks or a month or two. And so one morning I'm getting ready for work. It's probably around 5:30 in the morning and my phone dings and I look down and I see the word bingo, followed by a link to buy. This was sent to me by Keith from RC Icons, who spotted this being auctioned off. And so right away I saw that there was 3 days left on it. I put a max bid at about $470. I actually won this for $450, but with taxes and shipping, it came to be just a little less than $550. So I just want to thank Keith for pointing this out to me. It's in good hands now. And all of you are probably saying that I'm crazy for spending almost close to $550 for a Tamiya Sand Scorcher. But when you really think about it, a brand new unbuilt Tamiya Sand Scorcher kit is just a little over $300 US, which means in the UK it's probably a little bit more. And to put all the time and the effort into building it and doing the body work and everything like that, I know many of you are like, well, that's the most rewarding part. But again, complicated relationship with the Sand Scorcher. I fear the body. I fear the body work. So the fact that I'm getting a factory painted body, I think is pretty awesome to add to my collection, as this is going to be a shelf queen just to look at. I know, all that money just to look at it. I don't know, I just admire it. Love the curves of the body, the color of the body, right? So let's get this unboxed and open. I'll be right back, and we'll take a more closer, detailed look at the Tamiya Sand Scorcher XB. I know, there's a lot of talking in this video. That's pretty much what it is. Not really. So yes, I did the unthinkable. I took it out of the box and realized that it was zip tied still to the cardboard on the inside, and I debated for a second, do I really want to take off the zip ties and cut them and like take it out of the box, or do I want to just pull the inner part out of the box and just kind of display it while it sits in the cardboard? And I ended up snipping the zip ties because it just looks awesome. I want to display it just like this. And I have to say, the paint job on here is fabulous as far as the lines on here. They're nice and clean and crisp lines on here. Am I going to say that the actual paint on here, the way it lays, is perfect? I don't believe so. There are a couple, I'm not going to say smudge marks, but the paint is not perfect. On the other side, that's closest to me as I turn this around. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it from this angle, but I'll get a close-up of it, and even then I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Looks like there's a little bit of an imperfection on the wheel wells on both sides in the paint. So I actually checked the manual to see if this body line was supposed to be painted silver, and it is not. However, in the box art or the cartoon image of the Sand Scorcher, it is painted silver. And I really like it, and I think it actually looks better with that silver line, so I wish they did paint it. Next, and I'm not nitpicking, I guess those experts forgot to sand off the mold lines on each of the wheel wells. Everyone knows when you're painting a Sand Scorcher, that's the first thing you do is sand those lines off. But what's cool is the driver figure came painted. Not really a fan of the white gloves. I wish they were a different color. And the steering wheel, hold on over here, steering wheel comes, I guess, painted black and white right over here. So you have to put that in yourself. But you still get all the other leftover bits and pieces from the expert built. Now, right away, I'm going to tell you that something that I'm not thrilled about on here is the stickering. Now, not because we're using Rarest stickers, where we don't have the original sponsors on here, like the original Sand Scorcher. That doesn't bother me so much. The stickers on here on the side are bubbling. So, back to this side, we have some bubbling with the stickers right along here, and you would think if it was really expert built, they would cut out each sticker individually to put it on here to minimize the number of the lines of the stickers you would see on here. So I'm sure probably in the Tamiya manual, I didn't check, they might say like cut this whole panel out together to put it on, but me, I would probably cut out each one of these individually and put them on just so there's less lines for the stickers on there. But right along the top here on both sides, there is bubbling in the stickers, and I'll get a close-up of that. But all in all, the lines on here, like I said, clean and crisp. There's so much detail that goes into this, and if you've never painted an ABS body before, it's quite a challenge. And given the fact you got to paint this whole thing white and then mask it up, and then lay down the blue on here and worry about the bleeds and the runs and everything, I think this is well worth it. So I'm really happy with this. I think it's awesome. One of the most iconic to me as ever, right? Whether it is the most iconic or one of the most iconic, this is just awesome. Also, back to the car, or the buggy, I should say. The back tires are in great shape. The front ones are a little waxy. They feel kind of gritty. So I'll probably take those off and clean them off with some warm soapy water to get the wax off and clean them up. But all in all, everything in here is awesome. Now they also made this XB edition for the Sand Scorcher just with the buggy, and they also had one where the electronics came with it also, meaning like it came with the receiver, the whole remote. But I'm looking in here, obviously it would have said included all electronics on the box, and you would have saw the remote. This just comes with the motor. But yeah, love it. I love the inside where it has the clear cover over the SRB chassis with the Tamiya logo in there. That's just so nice. So yeah, and I'm just all over the place with this video now that I have this open. Like I said, besides the paint scheme on here, you have the moldings around the windows are done in a flat black, and those are perfect also. That's so challenging. And the windshield wipers, painting those also, getting them on there. And let's not forget the red, orange, and white rear lights on here. Look how perfect those are. So sticker placement on is perfect. Paint lines are perfect. Just the stickers are bubbling a little bit, and we have two little imperfections in the paint on my side over here, the wheel arches. So, and the tires can be cleaned up easily with some warm soapy water, but this is just awesome. Very, very nice. Super happy with this. So cool. Now I get to admire a Sand Scorcher in person. So great. Great, great, great. I don't even want to take the body off because I don't want to risk pulling out the pin in the front and scratching the hood. So, all right. Well, anyways. Again, I'm sorry this was not the most exciting video. For me, it was exciting because I got a Sand Scorcher now. But, you know, it's just wanted to share my experience with you guys of getting one of these and being able to add it to my collection. So this is pretty awesome. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your support. Perhaps we'll see another Sand Scorcher in the collection in the not too distant future. We shall see. But that's about it for this video, and guess I'll see you all in my next. Take care now.